The power of the vampire nation lies here.
Well, it was much easier than the first one because the vision had been established.
Okay, cut, print.
Printing.
Check the game.
My first job was convince David Goyer to return as a writer, because he actually, at the beginning of this process, didn't want to write the script.
I like to make hybrid movies. It's this strange hybrid of action, science fiction, horror with this comic sensibility. And I knew there were certain things we wanted to do in this film that we hadn't done in the first film, that we wanted to make this film scarier. And I know that's something that Guillermo is incredibly good at. And he knew I was writing Blade 2, and I kept saying to him, when I'm done, we're going to be coming for you, we're going to be coming for you. And he said, yeah, but you know that I want to make it scarier, that's what I do. And we said, we know. We're going to have all the action that we did in the first film, but also this film is very scary.
Excellent. Sucking. Bite him. Let him go closer to his neck. And cut. Cut. Does something happen? Got it. Something happened.
We actually came up with the storyline and a first draft pretty quickly. We developed the script independently without a director, and then showed it to Guillermo, who had some wonderful additions and subtractions. And you know, he's a very different kind of filmmaker than Norrington, but Guillermo understood what worked in the first movie and was very excited about keeping that kind of baseline and amplifying it in places, and then also bringing what he does.
They came to me the first time, and I read the screenplay, and it was Reapers transforming into everything, and tunnels, sewers. And I said, tunnels and sewers and something transforming? I did that movie. I don't want to go through it again. I mean, people are going to think I created the sewers for the second one. They were there from the start. And then I read it the second time, and the idea of the blood pack, of the group that joins Blade, was much more fun.
I went to the end of the staircase, and then I made a right. Now,
Don't make a right.
well, I got to make a right to go up the stairs.
Then, can you go higher sooner?
Can I show him where it's supposed to be? Okay.
Action! Then David and I talked on the phone a little bit on the second time, and I said to him, this is really cool because it's like the Dirty Dozen of vampire. And I asked New Line for every single piece of film shot by Norrington on the first one. And I went in and I watched, I saw every single piece of raw dailies in that movie. Everyone, all the takes. And then I analyzed the movie. And then I said, this is what I don't want to do with it. This is what I'm going to preserve because I wanted to give it continuity. And after analyzing every single piece of dailies, I knew what the style of the fight was, and I knew how to amp it up one step or two.
How's that? Let's get another one. It was a little loose, and we could pull back on the flutes. At the edge? Yeah. You guys just innuendo a little bit faster. That's great.
Somebody was out of tune, measure 3.
I don't think vampires exist as they are portrayed in the mythology and the lore of movies and novels and literature and so forth. If they do, I apologize. But I don't think they exist, but I think that it's great. I don't find it terrible that someone just decides to live that role. And, you know, as long as there's no harm to a third person and they buy their blood properly, you know, it's like, you know, we all live a fantasy. I mean, I think I am a director, You know, so what's the difference between me thinking that or being a vampire? It's probably more elaborate a paranoid fantasy to be a director than to be a vampire. So, you know, God bless you all and enjoy it. Enjoy it while it's legal. I suspect, in my personal theory, like an anthropologist with a pipe, you know, I suspect this is the way we deal with cannibalism. I mean, I think that there was a time where we must have eaten each other. And the way you deal with it is through mythology. I mean, the way people dealt with the sun rising and falling was mythology. With rain falling or not was mythology. So the way you deal with a past as terrible as that as humanity, as a genre, is by inventing a myth. But I think that vampirism is part of that impulse, the animal impulse of the animal, the man animal, if you want, like a wolf would eat a wolf. Probably, if not an intellectual creature, man would probably eat a man. And the way you deal with those impulses is create a nice, scary story to go with them.